We're back. Um, all right. So I'm in jail. I don't know how long I've been in there, a month or so. And I'm sitting on my bunk. I'm on a top bunk in the back corner. I'm sitting there reading my Bible. And in jail, people will bang on the cement walls, and they call it calling each other. And there's certain times and certain people, like if you know, there's a lot of lesbian and gay relationships in jail, and there would be girls calling their girlfriends through the wall, banging on the wall. But they were like, usually certain times this happened. So it's just the middle of the day, and you hear boom, 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 boom. But it wasn't the right time of day, and nobody was expecting a call. And it was just boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Somebody was just obnoxiously banging on this wall. And in jail, everything's loud. Everybody's loud. Everybody's obnoxious. Everybody's obscene. Imagine just being in a room, locked in a room with more than 30 people at a time, and they're all having the most disgusting conversations about all of the most disgusting things they've ever done, and a lot of gossip, a lot of arguing, a lot of fights, a lot of everything annoying is there. So just to be able to have any like peace, it's very, very difficult. So I'm on the top bunk, I'm reading my Bible, boom, 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 obnoxious over and over, boom, 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 boom. And the guard comes in the door. She's like, "You, get the phone." And I'm like, what is she talking about? No, I'm not talking to anybody through the wall. Like, what is this woman talking about? I'm like, she's not talking to me. So I like go back to reading my Bible and just mind my own business. "You," and like points at me, like very obvious she's talking to me. "Get that phone." And she's pointing up to the ceiling. I'm like, what is she talking about? And I look up, and I'm like 6 or 7 inches away from a huge fluorescent light in my eyeballs at all times. And sure enough, there is a little cutout of an iPhone, like a piece of paper with a smiley face on it. And it was stuck right above my bunk. And so I like reached up and I got it. I was like, that's weird. I've never seen that before. She goes out the cell, closes the door. Boom, 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 boom. It just keeps on. Boom, 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 boom. And all of a sudden, these thoughts came in just like rapid fire. Just Bible verses started going through my head, and just all these thoughts just flooding me. And the thought of the guard coming in there saying, "You, get the phone." No, "You, get the phone." And there was a literal phone above me, and the boom, 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 boom just keeps on. And I can't explain it, but in my heart, I was like, oh my gosh, Jesus is calling me. That sounds crazy when I say it, but it was the most real thing to me. I just had faith in that moment that God had heard all this crying and pleading and seeking him, and that he was calling me back. You know that verse, I think it's Jeremiah 33:3. You will when you will find me, and when you seek me with your whole heart, you will find me. And people say that's God's phone number. Well, I for sure was seeking God with my whole heart. So the boom, 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 and I kid you not, I dove off of my top bunk onto the lower bunk, right beside me, and there were two girls, and I pushed them aside in between them, and I boom, 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 beat back on the door. And I'll never forget, those girls were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, I said, "I don't know, I just had to." And then I go back on my bunk, and I was like, "What? Why did I just do that? That was so weird. Why did I just do that? We're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen, and I'm just gonna talk to the Lord about it." So I'm like, "Lord, I thought you were calling me, and I know that sounds crazy, and maybe I actually seriously have gone crazy, and I don't know." So I'm back in my Bible, like all these weird thoughts going through my head, like, do crazy people know they're going crazy? Like, have I actually lost my mind? I think that God was calling me through some random person banging on a cement wall, and a CO telling me to get a phone. And I'm thinking all these thoughts, and all of a sudden, just the same way as I was having those thoughts a second ago that Jesus was calling me, I had it just flooded me. Pray for your husband. And I was like, okay, I'm going to pray for my husband. So there was a girl who had a book, The Power of Praying Life. So I have been praying at this point every day. I feel like every single breath I took was a prayer for him, because I was so just like brokenhearted for him, for the entire situation. I knew that he was so far gone in deception, and I've been praying for him like crazy. But I felt like the Lord said, pray for your husband. So I was like, hey, can I borrow that book? So I've opened up the book, and I'm like, okay, I'm maybe there's something in here I haven't prayed. So I start reading, and it was talking about the power of praying your prayers out loud. So I was like, well, I haven't done that. So I kid you not, I read this entire book out loud. I mean, it takes a hot minute to read an entire book, or at least it does for me. And I made my own prayer at the end of every single chapter for every single area of his life. And this went on for hours, me just sitting there reading out loud, which you can imagine would be insanely annoying to people around you. But I did it because I felt like the Lord told me to do it. And there were a lot of, oh, what is she doing? Like, what? There was a lot of chatter around it. And